And we're back to learning CSS. Let me show you how we can put this navigation bar into the horizontal position of our website. I get rid of our CSS from last time and I keep what we've created in, I believe, 2 videos ago. Easiest way is to just set the display to inline. And it's going to create this typical navigation bar. In the old days of the internet, this was basically how everyone had it in these simple websites. Or we can also style it a little bit, or we can use a different way to do that. I'll float it to the left. This causes a little bit of an issue with our main, which comes after it then. But we're going to fix that later on. But at first, let's get rid of the bullet points by selecting the unordered list. And we'll set the list style type property to none. So we've gotten rid of the bullet points. Always a good idea to set the margin and the padding manually. You can be sure then that it's not going to mess anything up. And overflow is the important property that we're going to use. Overflow hidden. This is what pushes the main down, so we don't have overlaps anymore. We can now style this in the usual way. I want to target our anchor text inside of the list items. I'll set the display to block. Let me try out some padding values. And I want to adjust the background color. Let me try, what was it? Let me try F1, F1, F1. It's a light gray. And maybe a little bit too light. So let me use DDD. That's a little bit darker. And I've forgotten to close this here. I want to add my background color to the UL tag so that it spans a little bit further on the top, so I can get rid of it right here for the list item anchors. But here I can adjust the color. Let me pick a good one to start with. Let me make that blackish. You always want to check the contrast. And we want to get rid of the underline, so I need the text minus decoration property, set it to none. Let me add some separators here in the HTML. And now we want to add our hover effect. It works the same way as with our last one. We use list, item, anchor, and then the hover state. Set the background minus color property to, let me try gray, a bit darker then. We can even go so far and make this black, but when we do, the contrast for the text isn't high enough anymore. It's also black, so it's going to vanish. Therefore, let me set that to white. And now it looks fine. So the important step here is the float. You can also use display inline as I've shown you in the introduction. But if you want to use float, make sure that you also add an overflow property of value hidden so that it pushes, in my case, the main, whatever comes after it down. And then you've got your horizontal navigation bar. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.